get Musica. So, innocent, say yes, and then not one. The Raja, yes, I say, so give how will get up on your Jamoya, no, you want boy. How will get up on your way, boy? Sonio, Emily Sonio, Emily Sonio, Garaja, yes, I get Sonio, Nanaga, Monarchy is an onion, not one when you are small. And no say, Chicago, can you have one over by your own? Only one ya boy, Nanaga. But Emily one ya boy, Garaja in Abu, one ya boy. Abu, one ya boy, soon in Abu, Sagio, Nanaga, now baby, you, my baby, small. What when you're young, what when you're young, then you could be my Evelyn something, Jayne. The answer, Mo, Sagessa, not one on you, the garage answer again. You know, someone, Siano Ruti, a quantity, they are blade to the bow when you got it. One rule and day, Salamon, one rule and day, as soon as be a garage associate. Garage in association, so oh yes, I get yes, I get someone, they are not using and happy birthday, don't move. Early, something, Jaggy, and Sama, yeah, Caro, Jaggy, happy birthday. One more. Do you do another more and I'm more? Monday, more on your summer. Everything I don't know. Monday, we are to go on your summer. More on your summer. More on your summer. More on your young boy. But only one young boy. Was that the blame of your moya? When you say, book on my bowl on your moya. Sat the blame not through a book on your moya. So I only want to. As I knew ya, they're quick carrying on something blind. I said, Mama, they're blind. All I saw one jar, as I didn't want jar. I'm upon you when you're not too bad. I'm a sad devil, they are upon you one jar. They're good here, and then bread, they are upon you one jar here. When I get here, no one swan down. Emily, no one swan down. Money's I was one flowing on this way. Get up a good now. Innocent good now. Carajania sign good business. To Anonio, Garona to Anonio, Garona to Anonio, to Anonio, to Anonio, slow. Emily, now, I you. More carab for you, more psychic for you. Earlier, socio, you know, said Yatica. You let your friend that need one on you. You don't know one. You don't know, said Yatica. You're probably double my name, me. One table, my own, body something. Socio, Garoja, and psychic. No, you're the Manager Pansua. The song is dedicated to Evelyn something January. Yeah, Google, happy birthday.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Sinoe County premier platform Voice of Sinoe is coming your way. This afternoon from my side, please share the link for us. We'll be on the screen shortly. All right, so since today is the eve of July 26th, Liberia Independence Day celebration. So let's do something, let's switch to something that will reflect the spirit of Liberia a little bit.
Everybody hear me out.
And that's Victor Jones' new track for Liberia.
Yeah, everybody hear me out. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voices for Liberia today. Hey, oh, hey, Liberia, you're a big There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia.
Yeah, Liberia, this is a little country, west coast of Africa.
Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Land of hope and liberty.
It's the land of liberty.
A land where dreams can still be free. From the mountains to the sea, Liberia belongs to me. My father comes from there. Liberia, Liberia.
Yeah, my father is from Liberia.
My mother comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. My family comes from there. Liberia.
Right now we are featuring Victor Jones, a gospel, Liberian gospel musical artist, as you say.
And I'm proud to call it home. Liberia, Liberia. Many tribes and many tongues get together, we are one. Hand in hand we stand today. For Liberia we say, Liberia, Liberia. Our folks will play Most High. In your mind, our folks will bow. From Lofa to Maryland, from Nima to Grand Crew, one people, one nation, red, white, and blue. Languages may differ, and our stories may not be the same. We are joined by one tomorrow, and united by one name. Lift the flag and let it fly. Let our voices reach the sky. Peace and unity will sing. For Liberia, our home and King of Kings. Hey, Liberia, you're a big My father comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. My mother comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. My family comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. And I'm proud to call it home. Liberia, Liberia. Many tribes and many tongues get together, we are one. Hand in hand we stand today. For Liberia we say, Liberia, Liberia. Our folks will play Most High. In your mind, our folks will bow. From Lofa to Maryland, from Lima to Grand Crew, one people, one nation, red, white, and blue. Languages may differ.
Yeah, tomorrow is the big day. Mama Liberia is turning 179 years. I mean, the questions that we're going to be addressing this afternoon, you know, our co-host is joining us from the land of Pharaoh, the land of the Pharaoh. You know the Pharaoh? All right. If you don't know the land of the Pharaoh, I will tell you shortly. Patrick is joining us from the nation's capital. We are waiting for the brother from the Red River Valley. Shortly, ladies and gentlemen, will be on the screen. Don't go away.
And our stories may not be the same. We are joined by one tomorrow and united by one name. Lift the flag and let it fly.
All right, guys. Yes, ask yourself as we tomorrow as we gather to celebrate Liberia at 179 years. I don't know. For you, I don't know how you're gonna celebrate it, but I want to tell you shortly. But we coming on the screen. I'm getting feedback from somewhere. Let's see it too, shortly. All right, so guys, yeah, share the link for us. We are coming on the screen there for you, and here we come.
Audio Jungle.
Hey, hold on there and listen. The biggest online platform is back and we are ready. It's the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, your one-stop for information, debate, and discovery. Join us every Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. EST, 4 o'clock p.m. GMT, and 12 midnight in the Philippines, where power, progress, and the people take center stage. The program is with your host, Dasaya Pora Esoteric, the mouthpiece of the God, and your bread and co-host, Shadow Snap. They are bringing the heat, the truth, and the talk every single week with spotlight polls, education, politics, and so much more. Listen and listen very well. The program features deep dives and critical analysis from Patrick Bolu and Pickens Jadia. Don't miss out. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. The program is every Thursday, and you know why? We bring the conversation to you. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, where your voice matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric, Patrick and Shirley. Perkins is also here with us. Let me do a little sound check here to make sure we are good on sound. Let me mute myself back here. Was I talking about myself? All right, let's see. Let me bring the other guys on. I don't know whether you guys are hearing me there. Let me see. Let me go quick commercial here. Oh. I don't know whether you guys. Okay, yeah, my audio is good. All right, good. All right, guys. Now that the audio issue has been settled, let's do this, man. Let's get into it. Welcome to another brand new edition of the show. We are happy to be here every Saturday at 12 p.m. All right. So without further ado, I'd like to bring my co-host here, Shirley. I don't know whether she's still joining us from the land of the pharaohs. I'm not too sure, but when she gets on, she will let us know. Hey, Shirley. Shirley is not hearing us. I don't know what's up with that. Hey, Patrick.
Yes. Esoteric, how you doing?
I'm well. Let me see what. Let me try Shirley one more time. Hold on. Hey, Shirley. Just your audio.
I have to check my mic. I'm not sure if it's working.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Because I can't hear you.
All right, go come by. I'm hearing you.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, you want.
All right, Patrick, you hearing me correctly, right? Yeah, Patrick is frozen there too. Yeah, another day. Yeah, guys. Let me see. Let my co-hosts let it get situated there. Patrick is frozen. Let's see. Nope, he's not active yet. Let's see. Let me bring him back. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah. I'm here. Okay, I'm here now.
You hear me? Is my audio good?
Yeah, and the audio is good and very loud and clear.
Okay, good. But how are you, man? I mean, your energy is kind of low today. Everything okay?
Yes. I mean, you know, sometimes the independence contemplation and the history of our nation and all the things happening, sometimes you get over contemplated and sometimes your whole zeal about your nation sometimes goes low. But notwithstanding, we are here and everything seems to be okay.
All right. I mean, we're about to talk to the people. I mean, you got to be in good energy to engage your audience, or because is it because your Christmas is not good, my man, or the 26 is not too good? Let's try Shelly. Hey, Shelly.
Yeah, I mean,
Hello, how you
Patch,
doing?
hold on a second. Let's make sure Shelly is okay. Shelly, are you hearing us now?
Yes, I can hear you guys now.
Good. Let me let's put the lady in the middle. Okay, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe, brand new edition of the show. We are happy to be here to have a conversation with all of you about Liberia, about the global community. Shirley, where are you joining us from?
From Egypt.
Oh, you're still in the land of the Pharaoh. Okay,
Yes, I
okay.
am.
All right. How is did you see the Pharaoh?
Oh no, I have to set an appointment. No, no, just kidding. Where it's been a beautiful time here.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Mhm.
so when it's a beautiful time,
It's super.
what is different about Egypt that you noticed so far?
Well, first the place is really hot. I'm from Minnesota, so you can only imagine a super hot, right? And then there's a lot of movement, seeing a lot of places, historical places. Um, so yeah, and the food is different. I brought my pepper sauce to make sure that I can put some. When I was coming, they're like, "Oh, you're going to Africa, so don't carry pepper sauce." I'm like, I'm not taking risks. I'm gonna carry my pepper sauce. So brought my pepper sauce, people. When you are traveling, that's a little tip. You want your food to taste good, carry your pepper sauce, okay? But
So,
anyway,
but have you had the opportunity to see the pyramids?
oh yeah, few
Okay.
actually. Yeah. So I have, yes, few of them so far. I had just got back, have the opportunity to see few of the places that Joseph in the Bible stored the food. So like they call it a food, a storehouse for Joseph. And I find out Joseph had his own little robot thing going on. Just like, okay, Joseph, all right. There's a lot of historical places. I am having so much fun. So much fun.
Okay, so Joseph was a real person.
Yeah, he was. And get to see the Bible come alive, like something you're reading in the Bible and to see it in real life, it actually adds more volume and more meaning to what you are reading. So yes, and I had an opportunity last year to go to Greece and Turkey. Now I'm here in Egypt and I'm checking things out of my bucket list.
Okay, all right. Good luck. Good luck. Enjoy the globe. The movie Scarface, when your man Scarface Tony Montana, when he took over the spot, now they say he said the war is yours. So yeah, enjoy the war, and I
Yeah,
think that's what
I
the passport
enjoying
is
the
for
war.
too.
I want to make sure that I updated my page this morning. I want to make sure by God's grace to at least 2 times visit every part of the war before I go home to glory to meet my King Jesus Christ. And don't
Okay.
argue about that. But yeah,
No, we're not going there.
you know.
Patrick is getting bored, so let us not isolate Patrick. Yeah, I'm glad, but
Patrick is getting ready for Independence Day. Patrick,
yeah,
I've been
so
following. There's so many activities. Patrick is getting ready for that.
yes. I mean, I wish when you're coming by, bring me what you call Joseph or whatever name, bring his photo so we can see the guy. But we're not going there.
And you see your life.
All right, Patrick. Let's get to the show, guys. Let's get to the show here. So just to get straight into the program, guys, welcome. Please share the show for us or subscribe to our YouTube page, Voice of Sinoe. I'm seeing a lot of people following for YouTube than Facebook. That's pretty good. But make sure and hit that subscription button and the notification as well. Patrick, are you there? You still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Well posted.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to make sure that the Independence Day internet is going well, and try to make sure. All right, so guys, let's get straight into it. I don't have a lot. I mean, unless you have somebody you want to do a shout out to from the beginning, that's what we do. But I didn't see anybody, so I don't want to waste our time.
I want to do a shout out to myself. The kick out of my birthday started. So it's Leo season. Happy pre-birthday to every one of you that are kings and queens, because that's what Leo stand for. We are kings and queens. So happy pre-birthday to me. Don't get tired. My birthday is August 6th, but we already started celebrating it. So,
Okay, your birthday is coming up?
Yeah, my birthday is coming up on the 6th of August.
Okay, nice. Okay, all right. It'll be going down, so we're here to celebrate with you. All right, guys, let's do it this way. Let's start from Patrick. The last time we had one of the talking points, we did not exhaust it, so I want us to start from that before we come to Liberia. All right, so the lawmakers, I think, Patrick, you are conversant with this. The other day, the guys, they passed a legislation in the lower house, to increase the seats from 73 to 89 seats. So the representatives. Yes, I want us to talk about it. Is this a move of political representation to actually represent the people? Or is that another means of those who will have the opportunity to get elected to line their pockets? How do you see this? I mean, there are a lot of politics around this thing. And Patrick, let's start with you first. What do you make of having new seats, additional 16 seats added in the House of Representatives?
Yeah, so I think the additional 16 seats are in consonance with Article 80 of the Liberian Constitution, which mandates the legislature to set new threshold after every census is conducted, consistent with population growth, for national development. So, the first time the post-war census conducted was in 2008. The second census was scheduled to have been conducted in 2018, but again, this is Liberia, and so system does not work accordingly. So it was pushed to 2022. That was 4 years. That was 4 years beyond the original time. Now the census was conducted, population increased from 3.5 million people in 2008 to 5.4 million people in 2022. Consistent with that, the Constitution says that when the population increases, the legislation must set new threshold. And it's by that virtue that they have come to say, okay, since the people have increased in number, it means that the additional number must be represented. The Constitution, prescribes a percentage threshold, for representation. It says every 20,000 persons, every 20,000 persons is entitled to one representative. But if we take it at that level, at 20,000, it means that we will have more representatives. And the Constitution also places a limitation on the number of representatives we sort of have as a country. For instance, It says the number of representatives shall not exceed 100. Okay, the number of representatives in Liberia shall not and should not exceed 100. So with that constitutional provision, we cannot use the threshold set by the Constitution of 20,000 persons electorally per representative. Now they have to find a new number. Okay, they have to find a new number. In 2011, for example, the threshold is set, put the population at 45,000 per representative. Okay, 45,000 per representative. And when they did that, few counties got additional seats. Monserrado, Nima, Lofa, Bon, Grand Bassa, Mangili, all got additional seats in 2011. Okay, so the seats increased from 65 to 73, meaning additional 9 seats. Additional 9 seats, 8 or 9 seats were allocated in 2011 to raise the number of residential from 65 to 73. Now, 2011 to 2026, and you know, that's about 15 years. That's about 15 years. So 15 years later, I mean, with the new census result and the population increase, we have now come up with a new threshold that says that certain counties that got population from 131,000, from 130,000 to 350,000 should have 1 seat, and from 350,000 upward should have 2 seats, and from 700,000 upward should have 3 seats. Now, with that new tire or new threshold tire they have set, Monserrado has got 3 seats, Nima has got 2 seats, Lofa has got 2 seats, Buenbasa 1 seat, Bon County 2 seats, Maryland 1 seat, Grand Gila 1 seat, Sando County 1 seat, and Grand Cayman 1 seat. So the total number of seats altogether have accumulated to 16, additional 16, because 73 will not give us 89 seats. So 89 seats will be left with 19. How many seats?
For 100, right? Yeah.
Seats. Yeah, 100. So 89 plus 1 are 90. So it will be 11 seats. So 11 seats to hit 100. So the question you ask, how do I see it? In my view, I mean, I think the number is too huge, because if you in the constitution says you should not have 100 representatives, and you still have a long way to go. All right, in terms of census, the next census will be conducted in 2032 or 2028. And you know, 2028 or 2032.
I like the historical outline that you gave. But I think a lot of feedback from your end. Yeah.
You can put your foot on mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is, so would you say that the added 16 seats are those seats in the interest of the people, or they are just politically good for those that will be opportune to be elected into office? Do you think adding additional seats is helpful to the country?
So in the first place, the process is politically motivated. The fact that it violates the Constitution. All right, their action violates the Constitution, and by acting in that manner, I mean, it means
Whose
that
action violates
there are some
constitutional?
the legislature, the legislature action violates the Constitution. All right. So
How
that
how
put it
so?
that put okay. So that put it at this, right? You asked me as a chef. You gave me strict instructions. Patrick, please prepare my meal. Please prepare my meal or my dinner. My responsibility as per that request is to cook your food, put it in the refrigerator, or put it somewhere you can meet it. When you get home, it becomes your prerogative whether you will call your neighbors, whether you will call your friends.
Yeah, Patrick internet is cracking out right now.
I'm so disappointed.
All right, Shirley, let me
Almost
give you the
July
floor.
26th, or probably
Patrick is
July
frozen right
26th
now,
to
so
him over
let's get
there,
you on.
and his internet not working.
Are you hearing me, Shirley?
Madison, I
Shirley?
can't hear you.
Yeah, your internet is delaying. Like I'm hearing you very well, but you're not hearing me. The problem is from your side. You guys are glitching out today, the African people.
My internet again, my people.
Yeah, Patrick get love for this show today, but he can't make it.
Okay, so let me let my let my thoughts on it quickly. Okay, so the Constitution mandates the legislation. It will be 40,000 per representative. Legislature must say 40,000 per representative. That's all. Now, when it does that, or when it shall have done that, set a number, set a fixed number per representative. It is now the NEC. NEC will now take the number, look at the number, and and say, okay, as per the number here, and as per the census figure, and as per the how they call it, the election registration, and Sinoe will have an additional seat, must rather have an additional seat. So the legislation jump ahead of NEC. It is NEC that decides which county gets a seat and how many seats that county gets, not the legislature or the House of Representatives. If the duty is what? Just set the number straight. You have 50,000 per representative, just say 50,000. You have 20,000, say 20,000, and the rest is left with NEC to decide which county gets that seat and how many seats that county gets.
All right, Shirley, are you hearing us? Shirley, you're not hearing us. So I'm going to get you off and you can come back again. We are not hearing you at all. Or you are not hearing us. All right, Patrick, I follow, but I sort of agree with you that the seats, at least per the Constitution, if the population increases, I think it makes sense for new seats to be allocated to the various counties or whichever area population increases. Shirley, I don't know what's up. She got herself on mute. Shirley, you are on mute.
Yeah, no, but I don't know.
Are you hearing us at all?
I can hear you guys.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Like you're having conversation on this out, but yeah, we're trying to talk to you to give your thought on the topic at bay right now. What do you make of the new seats being allocated, or the lawmakers approving new additional 16 seats?
My internet, but I can't hear you guys. I can hear you guys. You guys hear me?
Yeah. So the problem is coming from your side. Patrick is hearing me, and you are not hearing us.
Well, I can hear you guys.
But we can hear you, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, I love the fact that Patrick went in depth with the history and how many representatives they can have and all of that. Patrick, good job. But I think like Madison's question was like straight to the point. Is they going to benefit our people? And I would say no, because first of all, the representative that they have right now, I can see much of a benefit that been added to our people. We still have our children not in school. We still have poor health system. We still have a lot of things that the representatives supposed to be doing for their people. They are not doing that. What we see is gas lift that they give them, new cars that they are driving, and some of them even have the nerve where they will go over to the places that they should be represented for and build mansions there, and basically expect the people to worship them. So I'm not seeing anything that is adding to the people that is supposed to be representing. We still have a lot of young people don't have any kind of skill set for them to be able to help their family, help their self. So it's just going to eye to more taking away from the people versus giving to them. So the representative that we have right now, let them do their work. Okay, let them help the Liberian people. Let them help the young people. Let them try to go into their district that they are representing and try to have good schools, good health system, and create jobs for the people. Then we can talk about, okay, yeah, the more representative we have because the census is going up, our people will be okay. For now, I don't see the need of them increasing just to take away from our people the resources and things our people are supposed to be using. We give it to them for them to get put gas in their car. We give
So,
it to
but
them for
Shirley,
them to change new
let me interrupt
cars.
a little bit though. Let me interrupt a little bit. So, are you, in other words, insinuating that there shouldn't be additional seats, even though the Constitution requires that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like the Constitution required, like Patrick said, they cannot exceed 100. They need to have up to 100. I do understand there are other counties that have more people, but right now, let's say the representative we have in Sano County, let them start doing something. Let people see the representative actually doing their work, right? And then it makes sense for them to increase the number of representatives. But for now, the one that they have there, let's say they say one person support the whole thing. The ones they have there right now, they're not doing their work.
So,
Let them get to do it for them.
Shirley, if I heard you correctly, I don't want to take the discussion in another direction, but am I hearing that you are saying that, in other words, Sonny Boy Noah is failing our people in district number 3? That's what you are saying? Because that's why you
Well,
you
I
said
don't, and I don't know why you actually want to pinpoint Sonny Boy Noir, but
no,
I'm
but you said
saying
the
Sonny Boy
lawmakers
Noir.
in
If we're
Sando
gonna go there,
County are
and
failing us.
I'm not afraid to say that, Madison, because when it comes to education, when it comes to educating the young people, I would say personally, I was on Spoon Talk Midnight Show for the first time, the entire time of the election. I was advocating for our people, advocating for education, advocating for good health care, advocating for our young people to be able to get job, because there's a lot of them that probably don't want to go to school, but they can have like some kind of skill that they can work on, but it's not happening. I understand, I'm not putting Sonny Bonoa on this thing here to come and persecute him, but I think all of them can do more. And
So just
building
to
a
share for the
library
record,
where
though,
the
are you
kids are
saying
not
that,
educated.
Shirley, just for the
Mhm.
record, just to be clear, are you saying Mr. Noah is failing our district?
All of them. I'm not pointing out Mr. Noah. All of them.
No, no, but
I'm
I'm
not
very
seeing any.
specific here,
I'm
Shirley.
not seeing
Let's
any
take one place
representative.
at a
Have not
time.
seen or read or about any representative that doing an exceptional job in their district. What they can say, you know what, this is the school that I built. But when they are interviewing representative from Liberia, the only thing they talk about is they paying this person's school fee and the people then can come over to their offices. But That's all, because what that does is you want those people to worship you versus you giving them the resources so they can be able to do stuff for themselves. And some of those resources will be educating that young person, giving them the opportunity to go to school, to learn, and creating jobs for them when they get out of school. There are a lot of young people that are out of school and no job.
Yeah, okay, sir. Shirley, thank you. At least we have a confession now. You're on record that you say Noah failed us. So tomorrow when you come back, here to defend him, we'll have a problem with that. The people will not believe you. But I'm glad that you're saying all of them fail us, including Noah. That's pretty good. But here's my take though. You see, that's the beauty of democracy, right? Democracy, it gives the people the power. If they elect Shirley, for example, and Shirley is not serving them, they have the power in the next election cycle to replace that person. All right. So we can't say because we have Funny Boy Noah right now, who is a supporter, Shirley is a supporter of Noah, and Shirley told us that Sonny Boy Noah has failed us. All right. So next election, we can replace Sonny Boy Noah. Okay. We can replace the brother and bring somebody who cares for the people. Okay. That's something we can do. And I like the confession, Shirley. That's beautiful because, this is what I have been saying for years on this platform. Noah has been bad for our district. He has been bad for our county. All the representatives that are there currently, they are bad, including Noah. I want to emphasize Noah. I will not pass it. All right, so that's a good thing. So I wouldn't say that because the people are bad, therefore what the Constitution stipulates, we should ignore it. No, let's implement the Constitution. And I think in the long run, Patrick, the threshold that the Constitution says that after 100 lawmakers, or they shouldn't exceed 100 lawmakers, it will be problematic. So assuming that the Liberia population grows and say we have 200 million people, we have 300 million people, like United States, for example, should we still maintain 100 lawmakers? So the threshold is said it's not realistic. It's not realistic because in the long run, the population before then, when the American Liberian came, the country was less than 3 million people, and the population is growing. So to say, don't exceed 100 lawmakers, but again, that what makes the Constitution a living document. It can always be adjusted. It can also always be amended. That's a good thing. But for this portion, let's transition to another thing. But the takeaway from this discussion is Shirley told us that Sonny Boy Noah has failed us. That's what she said. The supporter of Noah has declared on Voice of Sinoe that the man she is supporting, the man has failed the people of Sinoe County, District Number 3. That is a breaking news that we are taking from this platform today. All right, now let's go. Unless Shirley, you want to say something else, you can go ahead. I don't want to be unfair to you.
First of all, Madison, I don't want you to put words in my mouth because I am very bold to speak out clearly. Okay, I did not mention Sonny Boy Noah. However, though, if you want to include Sonny Boy Noah, he is part of the representatives in Liberia, and I want to say I'm generalizing it that there are a lot of things that a representative can do to help their district. Lot of things. If they focus on their district, focus on developing the people in their district, focus on education, focus on the little
Shirley,
things. And
you are trying.
I didn't tell you.
Shirley, you
And
did a
I didn't
political
tell you,
dribble.
Madison. I didn't tell you, Sonny
Shirley,
Boy
you just did a
Noah.
political
Sonny Boy
dribble that would
Noah.
not pass.
Listen, Madison.
Yeah.
Sonny Boy Noah and I had the opportunity to talk. He is a really down to earth person.
No, Shirley, I'm not talking about. I
Let
agree
me
with that
finish.
part
Let
of
me
it.
finish. Don't cut
But
me off. Let me
Shirley,
finish.
you're trying to
Madison, let me
filibuster.
finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. You're not gonna cut me out. Let me finish because you brought up Sonny Boy Noah. I want to clear it. I want to make it very clear. Sonny Boy Noah and I have the opportunity to sit with our representative because he is our representative. I had the opportunity to sit with him. I'm gonna first say he's someone who is very humble, very kind, not boastful. We have the opportunity to talk. He said he is open to ideas or how he can help the people in our district. And he and I had the opportunity to talk because for me, education is the key. And creating jobs for the young people should be every
Shelly,
representative
I got that talking point already. I got it. I know that's why you want to carry it, but I want you to hold on to what you said, Shelly. Okay, this is logic 101, deductive reasoning. All people with long hair are women. Shelly got long hair. So we can conclude that Shelly is a woman. You say all the lawmakers, hold on, Shelly, you just spoke. You say all the lawmakers from Sinoe County, as a matter of fact, Liberia, they fail. Sonny Boy Noah is a lawmaker. So it follows the reason that Sonny Boy Noah fails, even though you don't want to say it because you're scared. So Sonny Boy Noah, can I get angry at you? You're scared. Okay, if you're not scared, say it to us that Sonny Boy Noah, you fail. Robert Pierre, you fail.
And Patrick is my Wesley. Patrick, please make it clear. I said it. I said all of the representatives can do better, and that includes Sonny Boy Noah. So I'm not taking him out.
No, but Shelly, no,
I'm just saying I'm not taking him out. But you now, on the other hand,
I'll bring you on.
Patrick,
please give me a second. I'll bring you on, Patrick. I'll bring you on the discussion. I'll bring you on. Shelly will not run it. She will not politically.
No, you're trying to focus on Sonny Boy Noah. That is not my focus.
No, I'm not focusing.
Shelly, I'm not Liberian people, the young people in Liberia. Okay.
Yeah, Shelly, that's my point. You are making that. That's my point. That is my point. You said two things. You said Sonny Boy Noah is homo and he is not boastful. Those are not true description of Sonny Boy Noah. That is not true. Sonny Boy Noah is the most.
I didn't get to experience that other part of me. I can only speak to what I experienced.
Shelly, you say
I want to say my own right. Your experience with Sonny Boy Noah is different from mine.
Shelly, when you let me to talk, I'll let you to talk. Let me talk too now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you say your own. I say my own. That was Stinton can say, right? Let me say my own too. All right. I am saying, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers, this is the breaking news that we are taking from the platform today. Share listening. It's a staunch supporter of Representative Sonny Boy Noah. And the subject that we are discussing, it has to do with increasing the representation of the people in the House. Shelley is saying she does not support the idea because Sonny Boy Noah and those that are in power currently, they are not serving the people correctly. All right. So Shelley will not tell us right now, no, I'm talking about education. Even though she told us clearly that we should not increase the seat because Sonny Boy Noah is not doing what he's supposed to do. Sonny Boy Noah is on Facebook and showing his properties and wearing the mail will be in the Capitol building and wearing Ferragamo shoes and sunglasses in the building. That's what he does. And Shelley has recognized that, and Shelley said, you know what? This guy is failing because this is not a place to wear sunglasses in the Capitol building. So Shelley, you know what? Everything else we've been talking on the show here, I respect you today for being bold and honest to us. Let me bring Patrick up.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think, Madison. I think you are being unfair to Shirley and the representative. Yeah, you're being unfair to that.
Also,
taking her out of context. You know, taking Shirley out of context, or trying to make, in fact, known an example of a discussion. All right, an example of the discussion. I think it might keep us, going back and forth. So what I want us to do here is let's look at the subject matter objectively. And if we say the lawmakers fail, let agree that they failed, or they are failing, or they don't represent the people's interest. But we cannot.
Just answer that question for you. I'm not cutting you, Patrick. I just want to be clear. Do you think the lawmakers fail the people, or they are successful? What would you say?
The lawmakers are not successful in their service to the people. They are not successful.
You are being fancy or saying they failed. That's why you're saying other words, right? Is that a proper interpretation?
No, I say they fail. Yeah, fail. Describing them as failure, or maybe the representation of president has been failed. I mean, it will be an exaggerated description. And I don't want to.
Hold on, Patrick. The law of the excluded middle, right? It says you cannot both be up and down at the same time. You are either up or down. So which one? Are they failing or they are not failing? You have to choose one option. You can't be both at the same time.
I think they are challenged.
What does that mean?
They are challenged.
What does that mean, Patrick?
Meaning that things they are look, get out. Things they are elected to achieve for the people. Things that should be the focus. Laws they should be making, for example, economic austerity measures that should be funding for the people's livelihood. They are not. So I mean
Patrick, please give me a second there. Give me a second. Let me stop you right there. Patrick, if I put you in charge of the platform and I say, Patrick, run the show every Saturday, and you are not doing it, should I say Patrick failed or he's challenged? I mean, you are just saying the same thing. Hold on, Patrick, hold on. What you are doing is called euphemism, right? Because euphemism is saying something that is unpleasant in a pleasant way. That's what you are saying. The guys fail, but you don't want to say the word fail, so you say they are challenged. You are basically saying they failed the people. You are agreeing with Shirley that Sonny Boy Noah failed. That's what you are saying, in other words. So you shouldn't be afraid. Your talk, I got your back. When the guy feel you're dead, they will not do nothing to you. I got your back, Shirley. Patrick, I also got your back. Don't be afraid when Sonny Boy fail to tell you that you fail.
Well, I think we better make progress on the next topic.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah.
Even though you say I took Shirley out of context, but you didn't tell me what I took out of context.
You did actually, but
how did I take you out of context? Patrick did not say that. He didn't say. He just said, "Oh, I took you out of context." Patrick, how did that? Just before we transition, how did that take Shirley out of context?
So you branch Shirley's analysis, you branch her off, the road to suit, to please your own analysis. For instance, she did not say in the specific term, that Alice no one is a failure or he has failed. But she generally said, lawmakers for what they are doing so far or for not doing what they are able to do, in their reference or term of reference,
you are struggling seriously.
You are failing at brain people. Then you said no. So are you saying because you said lawmakers fail? So are you saying Alice no is the people do not three? You can do that. Okay,
honestly, she called no one's name. I did not say no one did. Okay, I'm not afraid of anyone, Madison, because at the end of the day, we have to speak for the Liberian people. We have to make sure that, the young people have resources that we can be proud of because they are our future leaders. There are people that are going to take over from Sonny Boy Noah, from all of the representatives that we have now. And those representatives need to focus on education. They need to focus on good health care. They need to focus on our old people. Okay, so there are a lot of things that they are lacking. Those things they are not doing it. Do they have the mindset to do it? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. So I'm not taking Sonny Boy Noah out of it. And most of the time when you are talking about Sonny Boy Noah, Madison, I'm not here to back him up. If he is not doing what he's supposed to do for the people in his district, we'll talk about it. But your argument with Sonny Boy Noah is the fact that he built a modern library, and he could do more with the library.
No, Sonny Boy Noah did not build library.
Well, whatever it is, computer, school, whatever that stuff.
He did not build anything, Shirley. That's what we are saying here. So, but let's go to the next thing.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
let's have a show for Sonny Boy Noah. You know, I can talk to him, he can come on the show. Let ask him because Sonny Boy Noah is our representative. We want to make sure that he's representing us and he's doing the things that he's supposed to do. And I'm sure he won't shy away from that. He will be able
yeah,
to
but Sharon, I don't know why we're
respectfully
bringing the
come
man
on.
when you finish telling her that the man failed. So why we're bringing the man to repeat that to us or to contradict you? Which one? We don't want a man to come embarrass my
Okay,
co-host
yeah,
on the
then
show.
that's fine. Let's move on to the next topic then.
Yeah, we can't bring the man to come embarrass you on because he will contradict
The
you.
representatives, all of them have the ability to do more. They
Okay,
need to
guys,
do
let's
more.
talk Liberia. 179 years. Tomorrow will be the 179th political existence of Liberia. Patrick and Shelley, the question is because it says 79 years later, right? Then the question is independence for whom? I try to think of it, right? Exactly what is it that we are said? Is it the longevity, how long we have been in existence? Or the same subject you have been talking about, Shelley, about the lack of education, the lack of health, the lack of roads, the lack of water, the lack of electricity. I mean, practically no jobs. I mean, after 179 years. But then, I mean, I'm hearing us, I mean, we all over Facebook and celebrating. Meanwhile, children are on the streets. I mean, when somebody is sick, if you don't have money, nobody cares for you. You die. You go to the hospital, they say, go buy your own medication. You know, a country that has been in existence since 1840, I mean, at least from that period up to now. So I want to know when we say Liberia is an independent country, right? In what respect are we independent? Just in name or what exactly? Let me bring Shelley first on this one. Shelley, I want to understand that. I mean, what are we celebrating exactly?
Well, it's clearly celebrating the Independence Day. And I think I kind of understand your question because we had the time to talk about it briefly last week. And understanding and seeing the things that are happening in our country. But I first want to take you back though, because Independence Day in Liberia, people were celebrating the um, freedom of so many things, freedom to vote, freedom to speak out, um, use their right to speak out. But if you ask me today, what are Liberians celebrating? It have to take me a while to answer that because I see that we have poor health care, we have poor education system, we have young boys and girls not having the opportunity to work, especially when they graduate from school. Most of all, I mostly our graduates have not measured, like when you mention them up to stand up to other country graduates, like it's like you can't even mention them with anybody else, right? Or other country, I mean. But we gotta think back now the our place was to go to place first. You know, everybody wanted to go to Liberia because we have that freedom, we have our own things going on. And then after the Civil War, a lot of things that we need to put in place. We are not there yet. But Liberians are celebrating because they're seeing progress being made. Okay. So that's the progress they're celebrating and celebrating unity, celebrating Mama Liberia, where now people here in the diaspora can be proud to be Liberian. We are pushing ourselves to go to school, to educate ourselves, and go back home and be able to help out. So we're not there yet, but that still shouldn't stop us from celebrating. It's kind of like celebrating your birthday, okay? Not because you set goals that you cannot reach, that when your birthday comes, you'll be like, oh, I'm not celebrating my birthday. because life is short. Celebrate it. So Liberians are celebrating their Independence Day or their so-called Independence Day because last week we got to know that that's not our Independence Day. That was the different story for that other topic. I know you won't talk about it, but Liberians are celebrating their independence day 179 years. Yeah, there have been an up and down. There have been good days, there have been bad days, but the Civil War put all the way back. Um, and so people are celebrating freedom.
Yeah, Charles, let me kind of push back on you did the analogy of somebody birthday and a nation birthday. I think that's two radically different things though, because as an individual you don't have. I mean, some people do have personal resources, or maybe they're born in a wealthy family, so they are well off. They have resources that can make their life better. But it's different from a nation. For example, a nation has all these resources, and then you have few elements in the country are enjoying the resources while the majority is suffering. So it's a two different things. So you can say, oh, I mean, using your birthday as an example, or the part that you set goals and you don't achieve those goals. And so it's akin to, I mean, a country that has been in existence for 179 years. I think that's a two different, the comparison doesn't hold in
When you're
that
talking
context.
about a country that went through war, and I'm not trying to make any excuses for the
No,
place
that's
we
what
are
you're
right
doing though.
now,
That's what you're
but
doing.
I think what you asked about what are they celebrating? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Liberians are celebrating the fact that, yeah, we don't have to be running from gunshots anymore. Liberians are now, especially Liberians in the diaspora, Liberians back home, their eyes are opening. They now have to see what other people in different countries have and trying to work on that. I mean, there's so much work to do, but that shouldn't stop them from celebrating what they have now.
All right, let me bring Patrick on, but I mean, I seen a lot of contradiction in what you said, right? Because you said I mean, we are celebrating unity, but at the same time, you're talking about we went to war. How people can be united at the same time killing each other? So,
But that's not what they're celebrating now, though. We passed the war stage, Madison.
no, we should not have fought warfare if we are united people. Then there shouldn't be war.
And I understand that there's a lot of things that people shouldn't do, but it happened, and it won't stop you from moving forward. So
So,
we
but then don't use
celebrating
the
the
word
fact that we
unity
are moving
when
forward.
people
We are
murder their
pulling
brothers and
back the.
sisters.
I'm sorry.
I said you don't use the word unity when people kill their brothers and sisters. Then you say united. We're celebrating unity. There is no unity if you kill your brother and sister. You know I
That's
don't see
the
unity
past,
there.
Smiley. And I'm
No.
sure you have brothers and sisters that probably you and them grew up together in the same house. And I'm sure there are many times the both of you disagree and agree and probably fought in the process, but that doesn't stop you from being family.
Yeah, that's and when we're fighting as a family. Then it's not a united family. We are fighting, so it's not. We are not united. But let's bring Patrick on because we can be fighting in the family, and then we are united at the same time.
Well, I'm sure you and your brother and sister throw blow at some point, my boy. So let's just face it. Let's just make sure that we
Charlie, the comparison just totally off. Killing
I
your
don't know, but
brother,
you ask a
Charlie,
question like
killing your brother and sister is
we're not
different from
celebrating war. We're
punching
celebrating
somebody.
freedom
Huh?
and peace. Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
I said we're not celebrating war. That war thing long been. We passed that stage. Now we're trying to. We're celebrating freedom. We're celebrating putting our ideas and the resources together to make sure our country can get back to the way it was before, the place that everyone wanted to go to. You know, we want to get back to that thing, but we want to celebrate what we have now.
And I don't know exactly what you have, but Patrick, Patrick? What is it
Peace,
that? Huh?
freedom.
Okay, we got peace and freedom. Peace is not the sensation of guns, but let go ahead, Patrick. Let me get your take.
Well, I think basically and fundamentally, Liberia is celebrating its existence, its survival, and its resilience as the first Black or first Negro independent states on the African continent. That's what basically what Liberia is celebrating. You see, when we talk about independence, we simply mean freedom. Okay. But independence, if you read the preamble of the Declaration of Independence, then certainly, obviously, you can know that Liberia, is celebrating, it's still celebrating what we call a small group of people and not a nation. So we the representatives, or we the people, of color, or free slaves, and all those descriptions. Because in more constitutional preambles, we see we the people of the republic. We the people of the republic. But anyway, so yeah, at 179, there are still things Liberia, is grateful for and is celebrating. One, for survival as a nation. For instance, in the 1920s, Liberia survived a major recommendation to abrogate her independence. The Christie Commission's recommendation, that says because of the forced labor or the slave trade in Pinanapo, Liberia, should forgo her independence, go back on a protectorate, status on Britain or Germany or maybe the US. I mean, Liberia survived that. Actually, with the game they play, Liberia survived that. So I think that one thing that brought us to this, to this distance. Another thing Liberia is celebrating is her position, her position as the progenitor or maybe the role model, of African liberation or a role model of African, solidarity or independence. So when you find great leaders looking out to Liberia for guidance, for support, in their liberation struggles, then of course, and with almost 54 African countries, Liberia started as number 2 to Ethiopia, and today you have 54. If you move Ethiopia and Liberia, you can have 52 extra countries that have declared independence. All of Liberia's, all of Liberia's as example, all of Liberia's position, all of Liberia's own support to liberation struggle across the continent. Now, the other point we have to understand also too, maybe we can see as befitting of our celebration is the fact that we have transitioned. Okay, we transitioned from one state of our existence to another. And today,
what state are we right now?
We are in a progressive state. Yeah,
you gave these ambiguous words, right? I don't know what it means to be in a progressive state.
We are in the progressive state. For instance, we started as just 3 villages: Monserrado, Grand Bassel, Sinoe. All right, and as we move along the line, we got Maryland coming in. We got Grand Cayman coming in, 5, right? So we expanded. From 1847 to 1964, we got 4 additional counties added to the 5 counties we got, and making it 9. Okay? Now, when we came from being 9 counties, by 1985, the first indigenous president of Liberia, Samuel Doe, added Are the 4 new counties. Samuel are the 4 new counties, all right, making it 13. And then Charleston added 2. So where we are right now, we are at a progressive stage, of our existence. Liberia, what Liberia is experiencing right now, and what Liberia is going through right now, and where Liberia stands right now, or current position, for example, or opposition on the United Nations non-permanent Security Council as a non-permanent member back home, seeing the nation coming together, healing taking place for war. So Liberia is now in her most progressive state than ever before. And we are happy too that at least at 179, Liberia is blessed to have one of her best leaders in power. One of her best leaders. So if we count William Richard Talbot, maybe one of the best leaders we can ever come to Richard Talbot could be President Boyka. So at this age and time, Liberia is so blessed. Liberia is so prosperous to have President Boyka at this point in time. And I think all these things are the things that today we are celebrating as a nation, as a country, and as a people.
Okay, but before I come in, though, Iko, what makes Joseph Boyka one of the best presidents?
Okay, so what makes one of the best presidents like Talbot? His stance on corruption, and I mean, his stance on corruption. All right, his disinterestedness in public resources, for his own benefit. That disinterestedness is something.
You sound like a policy of Unity Party.
Oh no.
Okay, let me come in.
Yeah. So sometimes when we speak reality again, then we become apologists. Definitely. So for instance, at least like Talbot signed the death warrant for his own brother to go on sparring squad for ritualism, right? Now, in President Boyka's time, he never allows any public official to steal and go unnoticed or unpunished. He never allows, anything to happen in his government without transparency and accountability. He never allows, for example, look up, for the first time in the country's history, all the 15 counties got 26 gifts. And what do they have? Each county has a set of yellow machines, 19 pieces, going to the various counties. I think this is a progress that we can celebrate at 179 for the first time. After a brutal civil war, 19 pieces of machines right now on their way to Sinoe, to Grand Gita, to Maryland, to Riboji, to Grand Coup, and across the country. This is a breakthrough that we can celebrate as a nation, as a country.
Patrick, thank you. With the machine, I kind of give it to you. But when you're talking about the president fighting corruption, meanwhile, he built $10 million homes in Lofa County. Or you can't, who is holding you accountable for that? Why is he actually, if he actually believes in accountability, Joseph Boyka will be in jail because we bashed George Weah here for building his president house, and Joseph Boyka was also part of that bashing George Weah. But he built $10 million mansions in his county or in his town. So when you talk, so it's a mockery of corruption. Once you don't have the authority, the gavel in your hand, you can beat other people. But how can you build $10 million home when Patrick is telling me this person is anti-corruption? It just doesn't make sense. But Liberia, I like you guys. Sorry, I don't want to sound like a pessimist, pessimist. I think that's the word I want. And you guys want to be optimist, which I don't think you are optimist. I will consider you are Pollyannish. When you are Pollyannish, you are blindly optimistic, and that's what you are. Sorry for calling you that, but that's what you guys are. You are Pollyannish. Okay. You see, I listened to Shelley and I took note. Shelley said we are celebrating freedom to vote. When Liberia gained our independence in 1847, Shelley, that means Shelley, Sinoe, Sayo put there, Bolu. They were not qualified to vote. No, we were not. So when Shelley said we gain the right to vote, no. And that's why when Patrick Batches, when he talks about the progressive, I laugh at him. You know, it is Doe that made Liberia the majority, the Slang, the Bolu, the Zaza, those people to taste power. It's not the independence of Liberia. No, the people fought to have what they literally have right now. Even after we gained our so-called independence, the people were suppressed. They were suppressed for 133 years, you know, in their own home. You know, so when even freedom of speech, when independence was declared, Shelley never had the right, Patrick never had the right, I never had the right to speak. There was one radio station in the whole nation, all right? And there are certain things you cannot say. I mean, so you guys say all these different things, but here's what I gotta say, right?
So, Madison, if you're saying that now, you kind of understand why they are celebrating July 26th.
No, Patrick, yeah, Shelley, that's my point. You don't, no, there's a reason why I'm saying that you don't celebrate July 26th. And that's why my disagreement is, right?
Okay, so your disagreement is the day, not the independent day.
Yeah, so we had a discussion the other day about Sinoe County.
I know.
All right.
And I was on the other side. But
right.
Your question you asking now, I want you to rethink that question. You actually just make it clear why they should celebrate.
No,
why somebody like carrying my name
you have your time. Let me have my time
to celebrate. I know you be cutting me out too. I
want
to make it clear.
Yeah, let me
I want to make it clear. As you are saying, I just thought about it. I'm like, wait, he's saying the same thing that Patrick myself said.
No, I'm not saying the same thing.
Let's see where you're going to land. Okay, go ahead. Land,
yeah, let me land now. You see, if you say you gain your independence 1847 and you are 179 years old, right? And you have 80% of your people are still in poverty. That is not independence. If you say you gain your independence 1847 and you are 179 years old and you don't have roads, you are not independent. If you say you are independent and right now you don't have safe drinking water, you are not independent. You are still sleeping in darkness. You still depend on other countries to survive. You live on hand out to survive as a nation. That what the leaders of Liberia, when America is doing stuff, they don't say anything because they survive. They live on hand out. They call it international legis. People got to give you hand out. Okay, Shelley, when you are 179 years old and you can't build anything on your own, you can't export anything, you can't make anything, nothing in your country. But then we say we're celebrating independence. No. If you say, Shelley, I will agree with you when you say the people should celebrate when Doe took over. Let's celebrate maybe April 12th. It would make sense because that's when the people had the right to do their own thing. Before then, they were suppressed by the oligarchs that came to the country who said they were suppressed in the U.S. Okay, so when you celebrate it, July 26, 1847, basically you are celebrating your oppression, the oppression of your forefathers, your mothers for 133 years. That is why you are celebrating. What we have right now is not because of the independence. No, the people actually had to fight to gain their own independence from the people that said they gained independence in 1847. All right, so it's not. I mean, so that's why I don't get. Especially we, the majority, the indigenous people, we are miseducated, honestly. We are because Patrick lives in Liberia right now. And Shelley, you were there before I visited the country too. I mean, everything in our country is a mess. It's a total mess in the country. But then people are celebrating. Right now, if America say, you know what, everybody from Liberia, your country, America, that place will be empty. They will leave the place. Everybody will leave Liberia. Because it's not good for human being to live. At least for those that are doing well, it's good for them. So if you look at Darius Deloney on Facebook right now, they giving money to people, you know, lawmakers then dividing money. But the people are suffering. What can you put in programs that will better the lives of the people? China, which is now taking over the world, guess what? China did not get any international aid from any country since she gained her independence, what, 1949? That's when China, but it's one of the best countries in the world right now. Because the people were, you say, no, we were suffering before, the people were oppressing us, and Mao then came and said, you know what, we have to cater to our people. But what are our leaders doing? What are they doing? Look at your budget. If you look at your country budget, you know where the money goes. You know the leaders' priorities. You can know exactly what they prioritize. Because the three branches of government, they take at least 60% of the budget. Okay, how do you develop a country like that when you do your budget and the three branches of government officials, they get bulk of the money? And you say you're independent? No, the guys are catering to themselves. Until we have leaders that will actually say, you know what, not just a workout and that will build mansion in that place in the 5 years in office like George Weah, you know, and even though we put more from George Weah, we are not independent here. We are not independent country because we depend on handout from other countries. All right. When our people are sick right now, when there is major medical crisis in the country, you need us to survive. Otherwise, you will not make it. Your people will die. You know. So what kind of independent country is that? Your family back home, they will have to call you to send little thing for them for 26. What is that? Is that an independent country? No. You are a liability. That's what you are. You are a liability. Until you start making, until you go to Sinoe, just imagine, Patrick told they already 18, when Sinoe was established, 1830 something, 38. All right? And you don't have one single factory in that place. No one factory in Sinoe County. All the Southeastern County, no one factory there. Maybe a Moravia, Maserado get one cement band that's in 1847. It's still there. That's the only thing we get. The Indian man recently built his rubber factory over there. We don't get nothing. But people are, oh, what a place, they're celebrating July 26th. But Patrick, I mean, I enjoy your celebration. I'll be your pessimist for now.
I have a question though, and I understand everything that you listed and we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
How can we have those things? Because what I'm hearing you say, you can correct me, is we should focus and put all of this on the government. And we are Liberians. You are 100% Liberian. You live in this country. You are saying that Nigerian and Ghanaians, they have gone back to build their country. So half of the weight is on us, not necessarily all on the government. The government cannot build Liberia by themselves. Liberian here in the diaspora in Liberia can get together and build Liberia. We can leave from this place and try to create jobs for the young people in Liberia. But we Liberian, we focus mostly on the other government not doing this one is not doing that. That's why you have the opportunity to get outside of Liberia and here and well educated and have a lot of money too. That part. You can go back and do something in your country. If you build a structure in Liberia or have some foundation you put down that create job for 10 or 20 young person, and then I go and do the same, another person do the same, Liberia will get back to the place that we all are looking forward to the government to have it, but we can do it. So it starts with us. So if we're talking down on our country, not this and not that and not that, but we have people that are well educated and we can try to build Liberia, change the healthcare system, change the education system, and so forth. We can do it. So it's about time that we start pointing all of our fingers to the government and point some of it to us.
Okay, Shelley, again, right now, I don't want to build house in Moravia, right? Because everybody going to Moravia. I want to build my house way in Vubadi, that place I want to go. Do you expect me to build a car road, to build a road going to Vubadi? You want me to do that?
Why not? You know what? That sounds like a representative who will have their mansion. It makes no difference because you are not different from them. Who will have their mansion? I like how you keep talking. You want me to get my own opinion.
Hold on, you reference the Nigerians, right? And the Ghanaians. You know why when they come here, they go build their house in their village because they got roads. The Nigerians don't build, the guys that oversee, they don't build car roads. The government
So are
already.
you telling me there is no Nigerian or Ghanaian person that has money that build a whole city?
No, nobody has built a whole city. No one Ghanaian that built a whole city over
Ghana.
there.
I was in Ghana last year.
Yeah, no one Ghanaian has built a city, or no one Nigerian has built a city. Elon Musk, who is a trillionaire, has not built any city. So how you expect any Ghanaian to go build a city in Ghana? No, it's not. They are not done. They have built some houses for sure.
But they have developed roads too.
The point I'm trying to make, Patrick, I'll bring you on. The point I'm trying to make, Shelley, I'm not absolving us of responsibility. We the people, we are doing our part. So when Patrick used the word resilience, right? The people are resilient, right? They are being crushed by the political leaders, and they keep standing up. They keep working hard, but the politicians are not doing their part because I mean, when we talk about America, we talk about China. The reason why those countries are doing good is because of the political leadership. Because once you put in the structure, you create the environment, the people will perform magic. But when you struggle to get from Monrovia to Sinoe, which can take you a few hours, you have to take days. I mean, how do you expect people to do things? So right now, everybody forced to just be in one Monrovia to build their house there. Because if I want to go to my village to build, no, I can't build bridges. I can't build roads. No, I can't do that. And that is why we gave the resources of the country, and we put people in charge to at least do the basic, get electricity going. Share the sleeping on the screen for all. Maybe your internet is off. Yes. So you get the basic. I'm not saying that people don't have responsibility, Patrick. I'm saying let at least get roads going to because the country is just small country, right? And you've been in existence for 179 years and you still don't have roads. And somebody is telling me, oh yeah, come to America and you build a road. It's not realistic, all right? So that's what we are saying. Let the politician at least let it get the roads going, get electricity stable in the country, get running water in. Do basic thing. That's all I want. I don't say government should build me house. No. Once you create the environment, Patrick, guarantee right now, I will do my thing. You know what I'm saying? But if I have to take for example, Sinoe County, right? The Sapo Association, we try to help, right? We had a meeting with the superintendent the other day, and what the man was saying was blowing my hair. I thought I was dreaming. You were telling us about Sinoe County. All right. So we are trying to build a medical facility. We are not government, right? We try to build medical facility in Sinoe County. But guess what? The project failed because no roads. The company will hire, they can't even transport the material. It became a hazard. So some of the things just spoil. So if you don't even create the environment, you say the people don't want to do anything. If you create the environment and the people are not doing their best, then you say, oh, it's your fault. But if I want to build hospital in Pelican and no road going there, you want me to build a road before I go build clinic for the people there? It's not fair to me. So, Pastor, let me give you the opportunity.
Okay, so thank you, Melissa. Thank you for your thoughts and your views on Liberia's independence. But you are right. You are right fundamentally on certain things, and you are wrong on certain description. So, first of all, let us accept the harsh reality that the obscurity of a nation does not erase its history or does not erase its independence. And you can challenge me all you like. There is no country in Africa. There is no country in Africa that has a better history than Liberia, or that is politically better off than Liberia. No country in Africa, all right? No country in Africa has a better history than Liberia, or politically better off than Liberia. One thing we all have to understand and realize is that Liberia gained or declared a political independence. All right, Liberia declared or gained a political independence. Other countries, like maybe we can say, like the United States, for instance, did not declare a political independence, but an economic independence, because what defines the independence, or what drives the independence, becomes the objective of the independence. So how did Liberia became an independent country, or how did Liberia become an independent country? All right, the factors were highly political and economical. So if we see Liberia struggle, for economic survival, or to catch up economically, you could see the shift, you could see the pullback, you could see the dangling. And, so we must understand that. And another thing we can understand here too is that Liberia did not do well 100% between 1847 to 1980. Liberia did not do well, but Liberia did better. So between 1944, Liberia's progress started in the 1930s. All right, small. But the real progress of Liberia started when Tubman took office. Even though I'm one person who believes that Tubman wasted 27 years without doing enough for Liberia, but at least Tubman opened the roads. Tubman gave suffrage to the people. Tubman gave representation to the people. Indigenous people started to go in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, in the government. So he did all of that. But what happens? What happens? The time for Liberia's progress came. Liberia's real liberation came. Liberia's real independence. Liberia's real independence was in 1980. That was the conglomeration of all the people of Liberia now coming together to say, we want our country to be free. Now the country became free. But what happens? 133 years of Liberia still remain far better than 46 years of Liberia. After 1980, 133 years of Liberia after 1980 still remains far better, still far reminiscent of progress than you can imagine 46 years of Liberia after 1980. And you know the reason why? There's a reason. Let me say, when Muammar Gaddafi took over Libya, Libya was not a prosperous country. It was not developed. But imagine when Gaddafi took over in 1969 to the time he left, Libya was the only welfare state in Africa, the only welfare country in Africa. And you could see that Libya was so developed to the extent that Libya's own external development in other African countries, you could see it vividly. For example, Pan-African Plaza right here in Monrovia, the Ducal Palace right here in Monrovia, and other investment of Libya across Africa. You could find it. Now, come to Liberia. Liberia's time to have made progress, to have moved forward, was between 1980 to present. That was Liberia's time. And to show that time really came, to show to you that time really came, and Liberia should have been ready by that time, Liberia received the highest financial aid from the United States than any other African country. 480 million, I call it, in financial aid to the nation. That was the moment Liberia now was ready to have moved forward. But what happened? What happened? What happened today? Look at the country today, right?
Patrick, you are pushing to the choir.
So the point you're making, that because the people who declare the country independence, the point I'm making here is that your assertion that because of exclusion, Because of exclusion, the country is not independent because of marginalization, because of discrimination, because of, political denial. So the country is not independent. That is the notion I'm trying to erase, to say no. Liberia was not the only country that faced similar situation or that suffered similar.
How do you understand the word independent? You are independent person. What does it mean? Or independent nation? What does it mean?
Independence means you are not dependent.
Okay. And then why are you dependent? You putting yourself independent?
Name one country that is not dependent. One. Just name me one country that is not dependent.
I live in one that is not dependent.
Did I just say it's not dependent?
China is not dependent. No.
Now, so you see again, look, one of the most heavily dependent nations on earth is the United States. China is heavily dependent. France.
But I don't know when you say China is dependent. So without Liberia, for example, China can survive. Or without Liberia, America can survive.
Without Africa, without Asia, without Europe, America can survive. America can survive.
In what sense?
America can survive economically. All right.
America, you see the countries are the one that's sustaining America.
America can survive. America can survive militarily.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about when you say they can survive militarily. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
But I'm telling you, why you think America agrees? Why do you think America agrees or signs almost every alliance treaty across the world? Why America can say no? I can make it on my own. I can stand on my own. Why America signs the NATO treaty? Why America signs almost all the treaty in the world and then it's not a member of almost all the organizations? Why she can say I will stay on my own? Why is America part of the World Economic Forum? Why?
All right, so let me carry you said a lot.
So America, China, Great Britain, France, Germany, and all the great countries that we think are so highly, they are among the most dependent nations on earth.
Okay.
Dependency is not limited only to third world countries or to poorer countries.
Yeah, so Patrick, to compare America and China and Liberia in terms of when it comes to being dependent and independent, I don't know what you're talking about because Liberia, I don't know, does Liberia produce airplane? I mean, you can't even make bucket in the first place. But then you say you put in countries that are, I was listening to this gentleman the other time, what you call in Dama that he went with the vice president to China. The people can assemble a whole car or a whole machine in 45 minutes. You can't even get Copa done over there. You compare the people there together. So, but Patrick, you said a whole lot, and if we go into it, it will be all day. But I think for me, 26. Instead of celebrating it for me, it will be a day of reflection. How can we get good leadership? Because you see, you measure somebody like Gaddafi, for example. Why you think Libya was one of the prosperous countries in Africa? Why you think? It's because of leadership philosophy. It is because of policy. It's because of nationalism. It's because of patriotism. Patrick, when you love your people and they give you power, if you have a good leader somewhere, Patrick, when a good leader reaches somewhere, that place can change automatically. That's what a good leader is, So you guys, we take leadership for granted. We don't take it seriously, because we think, okay, when a person comes, they drive fancy cars and security behind, that's leadership. No, leadership is the improvement, it's the transformation of people's lives, of where you are. I gave you an example of China. After World War II, I mean, a lot of European countries, they got, I mean, what they call it, Marshall Plan, they gave money back to the people, right? China did not get no international aid. And the guys now, they are taking over United States economically, politically, I mean, militarily, everything. Part of it is the leadership. Because the guys plan, what can we do to improve our country? What can we do to improve the lives of the people? It's leadership. The Chinese government did not say, you know what, we'll gain our independence now. The people, you do your own thing. No, Patrick, they formulated programs. What can we do for the people to be innovative? Okay, so let's educate the people. They give them the best education. So as a result, Patrick, the people can create any machine they want to create. But here it's a country, Patrick, you're less than 6 million people. Your people are struggling, wallowing in poverty, Patrick. But then you say you got leaders. You're celebrating. What are you celebrating? When the leaders are driving the fancy cars, but they are passing by children on the street. That's supposed to be the next innovators. That's supposed to be the engineers. That's supposed to be putting people on the moon. But the leaders are passing by them on the road, Patrick. When I came from Liberia, I went Liberia 2020. Patrick, from the airport coming, I see a little kid in the darkness, they're walking. I mean, how do you expect the country to be, for people to take it seriously, Patrick? No, the leaders, Patrick, over here, when you see a child 10-year-old in the street, the police will take that child and they put that child in the car, because you can't just be walking in the street. I mean, waiting nearly, especially at night, you know. Where am I right now? You don't see child walking on the street, Patrick. But the future of our kids, bright gentlemen are you side with your leaders. You have conversation with them. I mean, you could do more, but the opportunities are so limited. I'm not saying that, again, what I'm doing here is, Patrick, I'm holding the leadership accountable because they are not doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum, Patrick, is electricity, roads, drinking water. Electricity, road. And when I talk about road, Patrick, I'm not talking about building gravel road or carry machine to open a place. No, Patrick. I'm talking about quarter decent roads that you can go anywhere, Patrick, over in the country. You can go to the farm, you will not get on dusty road. Everywhere is road. So, Patrick, if you don't push, Liberia, if you don't push strong, then, it's up to you now, Patrick, because the people gave you the opportunity to grow. They got the opportunity. When I came to Columbus, they got organization here, for example, that are doing RT training. Free of charge, Patrick, free. That NGO that are on the job, for example, the NGO, all they do, they get grant from the government and they train people free. RT, they give you RT training free. All you have, it's up to you now to go and take the training. It's up to you. You have any other opportunity easily back home? No. So that's what I'm saying when you say create the environment. The NGOs are here. They get a grant from the government and people want to grow. And they say, okay, because we are getting the money from the government. So they offer something to you and say, they go to the government and say, you know what? We're training people in the community to be tech savvy. Our tech in the tech industry is lagging beyond compared to the rest of the world. So we are giving people technology training. Then the government say, okay, they show their books to them or what they do, their success story, everything. The government getting the grant. They go and help people out. We don't have those things, Patrick. So that's what I'm saying when I say open the environment for people to prosper. That's what I'm talking about. That's we got all those bright children back home. Why you think the children on the street, they sing, the present politician, who they singing a man away to? It's because nothing to do. Do they have responsibility also? Yes. Yes, you have to. Why? But the reason a lot of them want to leave the country because they want opportunity. They want to grow. They want to do something. If you have your education in Liberia, what can you do? The jobs are not there. If you created, I want to be agriculture guy now. I go to school I go to the village. I made my farm. Okay, Patrick, what kind of farm you can make if you don't have transportation, good transportation to transport your equipment if you want to do non-subsistence farming or manual cultivation, you want to do mechanized stuff, right? You don't have the roads. When you get the equipment, how do you transport your food when you finish making your farm? So those are the things I'm talking about, Pato. So we are not independent. We are dependent. If America does not get your budget, your nation budget is dependent on other country help. When China, not China, but America, when America caught the aid the other time, Trump, or they caught the whatever they were getting in Liberia, it's a whole big hole in Liberia budget. Think about that thing. All right, so Patrick, I mean, it's been a good show, and I just we don't want to make it too long. We got other 2 talking points, but these 2 are enough. The other one we can defer it to another time. Yeah, but I want you to get prepared for your 26th celebration. I don't know what are you celebrating yet, but yeah. So you can get prepared for your celebration. Yeah, we'll be watching for a far. Maybe tomorrow I will kind of get on the street and see what I can interview some people and see what they think about the 26th. Yeah, I understand they got a soccer field here. I haven't been there before. I'm still trying to know my environment. So yeah, and that's we'll be looking out there. I'll see all the different things going on, and yeah. Pastor Shaw, I'll give you the opportunity to give your closing thought, and we'll come back next time.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, I mean, no matter what, what the situation, we are grateful for life. We are grateful for our country's existence as a nation, as a people, and as a government. In the face of insolvency, I mean, we still remain grateful for the day. In my closing, I also want to say Happy Independence Day to a few diaspora, and Liberian-based people. I mean, who have been so, supportive of our platform and supportive of even our well-being in Liberia. Yeah, so I want to say the Reverend Dr. Nathaniel G. Carty Sr. Yeah, so yeah, Reverend, thank you. I mean, happy Independence Day to you and Mother Lisa. I want to say God bless you. And the president of the USAA, Chief Dr. Wooden Manor, say happy Independence Day to you as well. The chair lady, yes, my I appreciate the leadership. The convention advertisement you're doing. What to say? I mean, we got your back. I mean, our promotion is coming up for the convention. So, and the big lady, the big woman, yes, the president of Putua Podabo Manatina Mane. Yeah, I want to say that for the iron lady. I want to say happy Independence Day to you, mother. I mean, I appreciate your leadership. I appreciate everything that you do, and not forgetting my own beautiful, gorgeous, darling sister-in-law, the deputy CEO of the platform. Yes, the queen of the famous dynasty, Brother Freeman. I want to say, happy Independence Day to you, Mama. I appreciate everything that you continue to do for your husband, the platform, and the family. Yeah, and lastly, I will say Independence Day to my boss lady, Councilor Sylvia Binatali, and my papi, Chief Director Thomas Romeo Weir. Yeah, back home here in Liberia. Yeah, so I want to say again, all of you that follow the platform today, and all of you who have always followed, I want to say happy Independence Day to all of you. And we appreciate you following. We appreciate your time with us. And we look forward to having a grand Independence Day. I want to say happy birthday to the CEO of the Friends United for Humanity and Empowerment, Stanley Kevin Brooks. Tomorrow is her birthday. And thanks for celebrating with us, and thanks for also putting us in your line, of leadership. So from my end, I want to say goodbye and thanks to my CEO, Madison Freeman, for always, being there in terms of the platform and in terms of our own, well-being here. Madison, happy Independence to you, my boss, man. I appreciate you and Shirley Jenkins and the rest of our colleagues here on the platform. Goodbye and have yourself a wonderful time.
Pastor, thank you. Thank you. Just the opposite. I'm the opposite of you. Yeah. So I don't want to say. Do I say sad independence? Yeah, because you say happy. So I'm the antithesis. I would say sad independence because, Patrick, this is a country that is 179 years, and we don't have roads. The life expectancy of our people is very low. We don't have electricity. We don't have safe drinking water. We don't have good medical facility. Poverty is on the rise. Rape is on the rise. As we spoke to the superintendent the other day in Sinoe County, he said, you know what? The capacity of the prison in Sinoe County is 25. But right now, it's about 78% there. And as a result, they don't have room. So when somebody commits a crime, somebody can just go sign for the person, and the person is going back in the community. Imagine that, So the country is not safe. When somebody commits a crime, because nowhere the person is filled, 25 now to 70 something, so they can't take people anymore. So somebody can just sign for criminal to get by on the street. That's sad. Okay, I would say sad independence because my brothers and sisters right now in the country, majority of them, the miracle opens their door and say, come, everybody come, they will leave the country. So they will not say, oh, I want to stay in my country. No, they want to leave because the poverty is too much. The people are struggling every day. If you look at the environment, like no leader is in charge. When you leave Monrovia, Monrovia is basically de facto Liberia. When you leave that place, the rest of the country is a mess, and we say we are happy. The guys that are in power, they can rejoice because they are doing good. They're driving fancy cars. They're building the little houses. They drink cold water. They sleep on an AC every day. But it's not the same with the average person. All right. In the country, Patrick, I'm not a utilitarian in a real sense, but at least I support utilitarianism in the context of Liberia, right? Because Jeremy Bentham, the guy who created utilitarian, he says utilitarianism is the greater good for the greater number of people. If I see my government is doing the greater good for the greater number of people in the country, then I will have a reason to celebrate. But I can't be doing good here. And I say I have a country that is less than 6 million people, and those people are just suffering here. They are just suffering. When you go to the hospital, when I went there 2020, in the hospital, you get mosquito in the hospital. Think about it. That's how crazy it is in the country. So I don't see that to be happiness. It's sadness for me. Because if I'm happy, that means I'm happy for the suffering of my brothers and sisters in the country. The celebration is for the political leaders, those that are doing good, but it's not for the average person. There were some of them that been keeping the money. They say they're giving 26 to people. What is that? It's the most humiliating thing to me, because to make your people to depend on you as political leaders, when 26 come in, they look up to you. That's the biggest disgrace you can give to people, because you don't want to make them independent. So you have to make them to depend on you. You bring your hand out to them. It's sad, Patrick. And I want, lastly, Patrick, I think we have to stop apologizing for the whole country. 179 years, and we're still apologizing. We're defending it. Councillor Gunglo wrote a piece one time, and he called something I took from there. He called it at least. We have the tendency to say at least we get this. At least. That's mediocrity, Patrick. We have to aim for the best. We can't say at least we got Molly Rowe. We never have Molly Rowe. At least, no, Patrick. We have to have the best. A country that you say is the role model to other countries, should be the best in terms of infrastructure, in terms of economic, in terms of everything. You can't be the best. You can't say, oh, you have good history and your people are suffering. That history is celebrating? No. What are you doing with history? History is gone already. We're talking about the present moment. That's what we should be looking at. How are your people living? Do they have health care? Do they have education? Do they have access to jobs? Those things. Can Patrick go to the dealership right now and get his own car? No, he can't do that. So it's a mess. I'm not going to rejoice on such thing. And again, I look up to the day where we'll have a good leader. Like Patrick always reference, President Tober. Hopefully we'll have another Tober, that will put the people interest first. Even though Tober participated in 19 years, he was enjoying himself and forgot the people he was doing. He was the vice president. But anyway, that's another day. That's another story for another day. But Patrick, I want to say thank you, man. Sad 26 to you. Unfortunately, I can't say happy. Sad 26 to you. All right, man. Let me get you out, and you can enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. All right, guys. This is how we bring the curtain down for the day. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. I saw your comments. I think I put them up here. I didn't see something to engage with, but I want to say thank you. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Let's see the last comment here from Jebele. Good afternoon. Okay, thank you, buddy, for watching from Greenville. Appreciate all of you, man. Always following the show. All right, we'll be here again next week, Saturday. We'll be here again to have another conversation with you to talk about Sinoe County, to talk about Liberia. Yes, we're gonna be. I've noticed. We've been, I think, doing too much politics. So I'm kind of making an agenda to bring other things into our platform discussion. We'll be talking about agriculture, health care, and different things, instead of doing too much politics, because the politics is not going anywhere. But the reason I'm doing more politics again, the politics of a community plays a major role, a major role. And that's why, I like Leo Johnson, smart guy, playing a role in the country. But when you say we should work around the corruption of the government, I have a problem with that. You can't have your leaders and the leaders are corrupt and say, let's walk around them. No, we can't walk around them. We can't bypass when people are corrupt. They get your nation's resources. And the resources they got to be spent properly to improve the lives of the people. All right, guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you, all of you that are following the show. I will talk to you next time. Let me end the show to take care of other business here. That being said, what's my closing music? That Independence Day now. So let me still reflect on Liberia a little day. Even though I don't agree with the lyrics that much, but this is how we're doing. We're bringing the curtain down for today. Thank you.
Everybody hear me out. Yeah. Everybody hear me out. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voice. For Liberia today. Hey, oh. Hey, Liberia, you're like a play. There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia.